I'm Stacey J.
And I'm Chuck Duran.
Welcome to VO Buzz Weekly, the web show all about the voiceover business.
That's right. And today on the show, boy, am I excited.
Me too.
We have top LA agent Sandie Schnarr. Here's what I have to say.
Say it.
If you guys have been looking for an agent or have been wondering or have questions you would love to ask an agent and you've never had the opportunity, well, guess what? Today is the day. We're going to ask her everything you've ever wanted to know right from an agent, and it's going to be an incredible show. Tune in.
Yeah, and Sandie is an amazing agent.
She is amazing.
I get to see her almost every day. She's my agent for animation and video games.
How cool is that?
I know. She's an incredible person.
Yes.
On
you
top
guys
of
are
that,
gonna love her.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But let's talk really quickly about a new documentary that is coming out sometime in 2013.
Oh yeah, I Know That Voice.
Exactly. It's called I Know That Voice, and check it out on YouTube, Dundee Entertainment's YouTube channel. It is a great trailer, so I can only imagine how amazing the doc will be.
Yep.
In the trailer, you'll see people like Tara Strong, Jess Harnell, Tom Kenny, Billy West, goes on and on and on.
All the people you see right here on VO Buzz Weekly.
Exactly.
And then more.
Exactly. And one of the producers is John DiMaggio, very talented voice actor. And he also produces with Lawrence Shapiro and Tommy Reed. And Lawrence Shapiro directs it.
Nice.
So go to Facebook, I Know That Voice, to keep up with it and the progress of the film. And go to YouTube and watch the trailer.
Yeah, it's really
Really
cool.
good.
You guys will dig it.
Yeah.
Cool. And now, tip of the week. That's a new sound effect.
Well, yeah, because the event is dun dun. You know, I can't do the same
This
sound
one
effects.
is chicka-choo? Wow, that's
Yeah.
cool. Anyways, some of you have been asking a very simple question, but it's actually a very good question because it could literally make or break your sound or your audition or your job or whatever.
Yeah.
And that is, how far should I be away from my microphone when I'm recording a voiceover? And this is
I bet you know the answer to that.
I do know the answer to that. And it's very, very simple. This is one of my mics that I use all the time. It's a Sennheiser 416 shotgun mic. It's very, very popular mic for voiceover, but it doesn't matter what you're using. This right here in the front is called a pop filter, and you kind of need one of those for voiceover because in voiceover you work the mic kind of close. You know, in movies when they have overheads or like that, you're not going to need a pop filter up there,
Right.
but up here you do, and that's exactly what it is. It's intended to take away the breath and the pop so that you don't,
The B's and the P's.
the B's and the P's and, maybe T's or something like that, depending on how you talk.
How poppy
like if
you
go,
are.
Hey! Oh, tay! No. Anyway, so basically, here's your reference. 4 fingers.
4 fingers.
Boom. You're perfect. You're golden.
That's brilliant.
That's it. And for any kind of spoken stuff, animation stuff that you're going to be yelling, back up a couple of inches. But make sure that the microphone is always aiming at your lips, not at your ear. Some people get excited with their script and they tune in like that, and all of a sudden they're, recording their head. Not going to work too good, okay? Want to keep it right there, and you'll sound awesome.
Great.
There you go.
Good tip, Chuck.
Get down, baby.
All right. I want to talk to Sandie.
Let's talk to Sandie.
Here we go.
All of the guests that we've had on our show so far, like Jess Harnell, Scott Rummel, Tara Strong, Nancy Cartwright, Jim Cummings, all those guys have one very important thing in common, and that's that they all have an amazing agent.
Yes, and our guest today is just that. She is co-owner of the powerhouse LA-based agency AVO Talent. I am so honored to introduce my agent and the highly respected and loved Sandie Schnarr.
Sandie Schnarr,
Thank
welcome to
you.
VO Buzz
Thank you,
Weekly.
thank
It
you.
is a
I'm
pleasure
so
to
excited
see
to
you.
be here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good to have you. Look at you. You look awesome, man.
No.
Well, I knew
Stunning.
who I was going to be sitting near, so.
I saw the two
Chuck
of
is
them,
so pretty,
and I
isn't
said,
he?
I need to go home and change. Look at me. I look like a freaking bum compared to you guys. All right.
no. Yeah. So
That's
how
so
are
great.
things?
Everything's great, man.
Good.
Everything's really good. Did you have a good ride over here? And
It was. I was expecting to get stopped on the 405.
by
and
cops
Well, yeah.
or just traffic?
The traffic.
She's a rebel.
I know.
She's a
I
wild
am.
woman.
I am. But it's cool sailing,
Nice.
Great, easy to get here. Great location. You guys are in a great location.
Yeah, thank you. It's
Yeah.
very, very easy. And for
Yeah.
those of you who don't know, which you wouldn't know, because why would you? It's Saturday today. It's a beautiful
Yes.
sunny day. And
Gorgeous.
Sandie took time off her valuable time, because on Saturdays she's
weekends,
usually
yes.
at the beach or partying or having a good time in her clubhouse.
Absolutely, finding somebody to do my
she's like,
laundry and my
yeah,
shopping.
exactly.
The glamorous life of a
time
Hollywood
out of all
agent.
her wonderful Saturday activities to come and be with us and share with you guys, and you guys are going to freak out. She's got some great info for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
you are our first agent ever on VO Buzz Weekly.
Yes, so
Thank
congratulations.
you.
How does that
Thank
feel,
you.
huh?
What fun. Well, ask me anything.
All right,
will.
let's get right to it.
We will, and I'm going to start by asking you this, because I know that you probably have a neat little story in there because you've been doing this for a while. How did you get started as an agent?
It involves an ice skating rink in Culver City and Rob Paulson.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
I love
Well,
it.
we need to hear that.
Yeah,
That
we need
sounds
to-
pretty
all
interesting
the
right there.
details.
Ice skating rink with Rob Paulson. Okay.
You guys know he's a hockey player, right?
Of course.
Yes. And so, family friend, all came out from Michigan, and he signed up at Sutton Barth and Vanari. And so we were going to go ice skating one night, and Vic Sutton of Sutton Barth and Vanari was there,
Nice.
and then a couple people who worked for the agency, and we just all hit it off. And Rob contacted me one day and said, you know, my agent is looking for a receptionist. And I was like, really? I like the people I met there. I'm interested. And that's how it started.
Wow.
Wow. So
You started as a receptionist.
As a receptionist.
Yeah.
And before that, you were a professional hockey player? No, I'm just kidding. With Rob?
She was
you
the
played-
first
she was a
female
professional
hockey
Player. Yes, yes. He had some competition on the ice, I have to tell you.
You body checked him a few times, didn't you? He looks like you could knock him over. No, just kidding, Rob.
So that's great. So take us through kind of like the motions of how that all worked out and how you evolved to where you're at right now.
Well, as a receptionist at a talent agency, the people who are coming in all the time are the voiceover artists. And the on-camera actors come in once in a while, but not that often. I loved the voiceover artists. And plus, also being on the phone, you're talking to the on-camera casting directors.
Right.
You're talking to the advertising agency people who call to hire the talent, and you're talking to a handful of voiceover casting directors. The people who were the nicest to me, the lowly receptionist, were the voiceover casting directors and the advertising agency people who were calling to hire the voiceover actors. So I see this group of wonderful people every day who are they come in, they're so supportive of each other. They're creative, they're funny, they're just a joy to have around. The people that I talk to on the phone that are dealing with them are the same way.
Right.
And at that point in time, sorry to say this, but it's true, the on-camera casting people, most of them were very unpleasant. And I was just like,
That was
Okay.
very well said.
Those damn actors. You guys need to get some manners.
wow. No, it was the casting people.
Oh, sorry,
It was
damn
the
casting people.
Yeah.
Love actors.
So, and some of them were just delightful. They,
Yeah.
couldn't be sweeter. But when you compared the people that I was talking to, it was a totally different world. So I just fell in love with the voiceover actors. And
So did I.
Yeah. Yes, you did. Well, and who can blame you? But I eventually got moved from receptionist to work in the on-camera department.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Yay.
But what I would do on my lunch break is I would always go back and I'd hang out in the voiceover department. And I would just kind of sit in. And that was it. I just learned everything I could about it on my lunch break. Instead of taking a lunch break, I would go to the other division.
Yeah.
And I thought it was fantastic. And eventually Rita made me an agent in the voiceover department.
Wow.
And, and that was it. And then I went through, I felt it was time for me to leave. And 2 weeks after I left, I found out I had cancer.
Oh.
So, and I wasn't planning to start my own business. I just, at that point in time, I knew it was time for me to leave there.
Yeah.
And so while I was going through my cancer treatments, I thought, well, what am I going to do when this is all over and I can get back to work? And I thought, I loved working as a voiceover agent, so hey, why not try open my own business?
Right.
And that was
Just
it.
take the easy route and open your own agency.
Right?
I love it.
So while I was going through chemotherapy, I opened my own agency.
And you guys think you have it bad, right?
Yeah. Well, and thankfully you're healthy, and
Oh gosh, yes.
so and obviously hugely
Wow.
successful. So you had Sandie Schnarr Talent for how many years?
23 and a
23.
half. Yeah.
And then you decided recently, in the last couple of years.
I had about 4 years ago, June 1st, it'll be 4 years.
Yeah.
I was driving back from a quick little ski vacation, and I'm driving back, and I thought, maybe it's time for me to get a partner, because I really wanted to expand the business. It had been strictly voiceover, and that was because those on-camera casting people weren't very nice, and I didn't want to talk to them in my own business.
Right.
So I was like,
funny.
I'm just doing voiceover. That's what I love. But I wanted to expand the business, and I wanted to do promo and trailer, and I wanted to had a small promo trailer department, but I wanted a larger promo trailer department. I wanted an on-camera department, and I was so busy, I couldn't do anything to expand the business. I was just doing what I could.
Yeah.
I came back from my ski vacation, and I walked in the door, and there was a note sitting on my desk that Peter Varano had called me. Now, I knew Peter from CESD because he had been over there as their vice president of the commercials department for like 14 years. And obviously, coming back from vacation, the first phone call I make is not going to be to another agent, because that agent isn't hiring my people, so I don't really care.
Right.
Exactly.
I will call that person at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Yet for some reason, I called Peter.
Wow.
And I was like, hey, Peter, what's up? And I didn't know him that well. We had met maybe 1 or 2 times. And he said that he had not resigned because he was under contract with CESD, and he had not resigned with CESD. He decided he wanted to either start his own agency, partner with somebody. Well, I just got this grin on my face, because it wasn't even 24 hours before that I had just thought, I think maybe it's time for a
That's
partner.
some serious manifesting.
See?
No
See,
kidding.
it
Put it
works.
out there,
It
man.
works.
Just be careful what you put out there.
Exactly.
So I just said, oh, you want to have dinner with me? And he said, yeah. And I hung up the phone, and I just went, ha, there's my new partner.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's how it
And
started.
I remember the first time coming, I mean, it just, hi, Peter. We love you, Peter.
We love you, Peter.
We
You're
love you,
awesome.
Peter.
And you're
Me
very
too.
handsome.
He's very handsome.
In a guy way.
Yes.
He's darling.
Right?
Oh, he's
is.
darling.
I
and
know.
funny.
And there was
oh my God,
such
funny.
a chemistry. I mean, he just fit right in there, and you guys are so great together, and you just really balance.
We really
each
compliment
other.
each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
We always pretend good cop, bad cop. Nobody really knows how bad a cop I am. They
Right.
see it once in a while.
So you
She's a very sweet cop, but I'm glad knock on wood, I have not seen Sandie with the holsters. I don't want to see that yet.
We always laugh about that. But
man, that
he's
is
wonderful.
crazy.
I mean, I got the perfect partner. I really did.
Yeah, well, I think you do, and I know Stacey loves Peter a lot, and so
Yeah,
congratulations
love you both.
on that and all
Thank
your
you.
success, and
Thank you.
now the bigger, better, stronger, badder AVO.
Yeah.
Because now I've got the on-camera department with this just kick-ass. Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say kick ass.
It's the internet.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Kick-ass agent. Oh my gosh, she's amazing. And then we just brought in a new promo trailer agent who's just, he's going to be amazing. And he is so, all the social media, everything that you need to be involved in now. He really has his finger on the pulse of that.
Yeah.
So besides being the promo trailer agent, he's bringing a lot of stuff.
Okay, Sandie, we have a lot of viewers out there that are trying to get into the business. If they are wanting to make a demo, does it make sense for them to make a commercial demo first or an animation demo first?
A commercial demo, because that's where the bulk of the work is, especially in the beginning for someone. They're writing new commercials every day.
Right.
They're not writing a new animated series every day. They're not developing a new video game every day. That takes a process. Or commercials going all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
So that is really the bread and butter of the business.
Okay.
Until you can break into animation.
Okay. And what is a good length of demo? Because I know it's different, but say for animation, what is the perfect length?
I'm different, I think, than every agent in town. To me, animation is about the acting.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't hear the acting if you do a 45-second demo.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about voice clip, voice clip, voice clip. It's about the acting. So I like my animation demos to be about 1.5 minutes.
Okay.
I've heard some that are 38 seconds, and I'm like, you have got to be kidding me.
Yeah, that's a little
Yeah,
short.
You can't.
Yeah. Hey, here's my audiobook demo. It's 20 seconds long.
Yeah. Yeah. So
But commercial, you can get away with it being under a minute.
yes, commercial you can. I mean, I think, on average, 45 seconds to a minute, and that's also because with commercials nowadays, they're very realistic.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to hear this giant range of anything. They want to hear who you are,
Right.
your point of view, what you bring to the
table.
script, the believability of it. So you're not showing them this massive range. So you're just showing them what you do really well yourself in the commercial field. So you don't need to have that. You want to get a sense of who somebody is right away.
Yeah.
When you're listening to a demo for the first time that somebody sent you, what are the essential elements that you're listening for that's going to get you to go like, this is great, or is there anything that you're particularly listening for?
You're gonna, if you brought every agent in town in here, they're gonna tell you what I'm about to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
The actor gets about 4 or 5 seconds, and we know.
Wow.
Yeah, we know if it's there's a lot of reasons for that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Like,
Yeah.
how do you know in 4 or 5 seconds whether somebody's worthy of 30 seconds or a minute?
First of all, when we're listening to demos, we're listening because we might need some new people.
Okay.
So, first and foremost, does that person have something that I know I need? And I'm going to hear that right away.
Right.
Age range, vocal quality, whatever it is, you hear that right away. But the next thing you hear is you can, in 4 to 5 seconds, hear whether they sound like they're professional. And
can you describe what that sound is like? I know that's a very difficult thing to do, but what is it that says this person's ready and this person's not?
there's a presence. It's like there's a presence on mic. They have picked a spot that is current. And I'm going to talk about advertising right now,
sure.
commercial demos. They've picked a spot that is to put on there that's current, that advertisers are buying. I always tell the actor, when you put your demo together, you want that demo to sound like every national network commercial out there, because that's the person I want to take on.
Yeah.
I want to take on the actor who is going to book every single national network spot out there, because that's where the money is. So that's what you want right up front. You want presence. You want to show what you do best. You don't want to think, oh, I've got so many things I want to show them.
Right.
And then that thing is the best one is the fifth spot into the demo.
Which
We're
never
never
gets
going to
listened
hear
to.
Yeah.
it.
Right.
So it really is, who are you? What do you do best? Where are you the strongest? And present that right away. And I'm going to hear that. And so I would say, when somebody's putting a demo together, watch a lot of commercials. Know which one are the national network, high-profile, campaign-style commercials, and put that kind of spot right up front.
And for animation, are you still working in that 4 to 5 second window? Can you hear
I listen a little more with
a
the
little
animation.
longer? You give them 8 seconds.
8.5.
You get 8.2 seconds.
Yeah. No, I do actually. With animation, I definitely listen longer, because that's another whole other ball of wax.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
again, I want to hear right up front. I want to hear who they are. I don't want to hear a character voice.
Right.
I want to hear their real voice.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think a lot of people think, oh, I can do funny voices or I can do impersonations of people, but that's not really helpful. I mean, there already is a SpongeBob. Tom Kinney's got that. So it's like you don't need to do impersonations. You want to hear someone's true sound with good acting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we can, if you guys want to go more into that, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we're going to get more into a lot of
Yeah.
things.
We got the shovels out.
Yeah, we got the
Sandie.
shovels out, baby. We got some questions for you. Yeah, absolutely. Are you going or am I going?
So basically, I mean, having an acting background, does that influence you when you're signing a potential client?
Absolutely.
Whether it's on camera or theater or anything?
I only look for people who have acting backgrounds now, because voiceover is no longer about the voice. It should be called voice acting because
Right.
it's all about the acting now. So it's not about funny voices. It's not about... I like to use Lorenzo Music as an example, where he didn't have the most pleasant voice in the world, did he? But he developed this wonderful character, and it came from his acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Garfield.
Right.
It came from his acting ability.
Right.
It wasn't because, I have these beautiful dulcet tones. You know, so it's a situation where you have to be a good actor, or you're not going to get anywhere in this business anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even commercially, there's a very theatrical approach. There's a beginning, middle, and end to the spot. It's not just reading about Charmin toilet paper or Taco Bell. I mean, there's
There's
a
a story.
character and a tone and a story.
It's a story.
Yeah.
You are actually, with every commercial that you read, every video game that you voice, every animation series, even those 15-second promos, you are telling a story, and you have to be an actor to tell that story.
Yeah. Not reading a story,
No.
but actually telling a story.
Yes.
And that's what makes a great actor, is somebody who can take a script and interpret it in a story form and have it sound real when he's actually reading, but you don't know that, right? And it's
perfectly
hard.
said.
Exactly. A
Perfectly
lot of
said.
people think, oh yeah, I have this great voice, and it's like you said. In today's market, it's not about having this low, beautiful, that's great. You have a wonderful instrument, but it needs to be tuned before you play it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
know?
I like that. Tune your instruments, everybody.
Very
Coming
nice.
from the musician.
Yeah, right?
That's perfect.
Are there any character types that you would recommend somebody leaving off of their animation demo?
Look, she's ready. She's like,
She's like, I have a list.
Bet you're from India.
uh-huh.
If you are, fantastic. Never mind. Everybody puts an East Indian accent on there, and it's like very old school thinking.
Right. Hello, welcome to 7-Eleven. Have a nice day. Like that.
Exactly.
You don't want those.
No. A witch.
A witch.
There's enough of them in this business. We don't need any more.
I love it. I'm going to quote you on that. Okay.
But it really, again, it's just your strengths. Your strengths as an actor. And besides those two things that I hear on every single demo, or a Southern accent, we don't need any more Southern accents.
Or the Jewish guy, hey, what are you doing there?
Exactly.
Right. These are all cliches that we don't want to hear anymore.
Exactly. I'm always, when I listen to my clients' demos, it's like, what did you bring to me that's unique to you? Because they have all these people that they can listen to. You need to bring me something unique.
Yeah.
And if somebody brings me a demo and I listen to it, it's like, everybody I know does that.
Yeah.
Go back, bring me you. It's all coming from you. Tara Strong can't be you. She
Right.
can be Tara and bring her stuff.
Yeah.
Stacey brings Stacey.
Yeah.
How
She
do you
does
approach
bring
those?
Stacey. She's
Yeah.
very good
Yeah.
at that.
Everywhere I go, I'm there. I'm like, I can't get rid of myself.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's almost like paying attention to what everybody else does. Throw it out the window.
Yeah.
Because
What
that
is
distraction that
unique?
you're
Yeah.
taking, you're losing that valuable time to really figure out what your voice is and
Yeah.
what your strengths are.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to imitate or...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing that Sandie said just a little bit ago, which is really important, I just want to touch on it a little bit, is that she said, listen to what's out there, because that's what we want to hear. That's where the money is. And that's so important, because whether you're thinking of, animation or promos or trailers or commercials or narration, listen to what's out there. Listen to the cartoon shows that are out there and what the kind of voices that they're hiring, and say, wow, this is the stuff that's in demand. I need to compete with that. Same thing with commercials. It's like, listen to what's out there a lot and selling big products, name brands and stuff like that. That's what's selling big. That's where you want to skew yourself in, yeah?
Absolutely. You have to know what's current. You have to know, just because you're good at doing this, that doesn't mean anybody wants it.
Right.
You need to always know what the current marketplace is and study that. Study the medium that you want to get into. This is a business. This isn't, I can do voices. This is a business. It's a big business, and you have to have a business sense to understand I need to stay current with what they're buying.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I remember you said to me when I first signed with you, you said, are you watching cartoons? Are you because you hear people say, I don't watch television. I don't listen to the radio. Well, you're kind of sabotaging yourself there. You have to know what's going on in the marketplace that you're trying to get jobs in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, Sandie, talking to the voice actors out there that are trying to get representation, what are things that voice actors do that really agents do not like when they're trying to get an agent? The way they submit or how they approach you, what are things that you could ultimately make your life better? What can they avoid
think first
doing?
and foremost, you don't walk into the agent's office and say, I want to meet the agent. You're just going to stand there.
Yeah.
Because if you want to be with us, it's obviously because you think we're a good agency, which means we're busy and we don't stop to just walk out and meet a stranger.
Yeah. So
Right.
do not show up at the agency.
Do not do that.
Do not do that.
Exactly. Nobody listens to a disc anymore. You have to.
CDs.
Yeah. You have to submit your MP3.
Okay.
Do not tell me right up front how much money I'm going to make from you. It's a weird.
You're right.
It's
kind of weird.
It is. Really? Oh, okay.
Do you have proof of this?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like simplicity. The thing that's going to speak to me the most is the quality of your work on your demo. So again, I'm a professional. I want what comes into me to be very professional, cut to the chase. You know, a short history. I like to know, who did the demo for you, or if they're all original spots that you've booked. Just a little bit about yourself, but I don't have time to read a giant list about you.
Because if you're interested, based on the
it's
demo,
the
you're going to
demo.
call them
Yeah.
in for a meeting and see and be able to hear that.
I
verbal
don't need
history.
your mission statement.
Okay.
Your demo's going to speak. So, quick, simple, if you want to say who you've studied with or work you've done, or another thing that I really like is if they've been at another agency and they're thinking about leaving possibly, you let an agent know right up front that you're represented.
Yeah.
We keep our mouth shut. We're not going
Yeah.
to, call Rita and say, hey, your client's sending their demo to me. But you want to know that they're a professional voiceover actor.
Yeah.
Right. Well, because
So,
that speaks to their
yeah.
integrity too. If they're not going to be upfront with you, then about their other agent or other work, and then why would you want to take on someone who's not going to be someone of their word?
Yeah, but for somebody who's just starting out, it really is. You need to make sure you're ready to have that demo done, and then make it short and sweet. Really, because your work is what's going to get you.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't have
cute
time to
letter that you
read
know.
everything about you. Yeah.
Right.
Humor gets me every time.
Humor.
If they
Humor.
start out something with a funny in the beginning, that gets me. I
She
will
might listen to 8 seconds of your
Knock,
demo
knock.
Yes.
Who's there?
if you make her laugh.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because we all like to be around people that we enjoy spending time with.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
So-
100%.
Yeah.
What do you feel is the number one most important thing besides having a demo for a talent to promote themselves?
We used to be able to, as agents, send your physical demo around to all the advertising agencies, the animation houses.
And it would take about a week and a half to get there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Carrier pigeon. But now you don't have that. Nobody listens to them, just like I don't. So if I want to promote an actor, I use the demos that they have for me. But if they've got a website, that's the first thing I send. And you really want to, you can't just throw a website together. It's your brand. It's who you are. You have to be very thoughtful. Some people just put up cutesy things, or so it doesn't tell you anything about
a cow
them.
jumping over the fence with a bone in his mouth.
Yeah. So you're a farmer with a dog.
That?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not into voiceover. So it really is, you have to be very thoughtful about how you want to present yourself to people who are going to hire you, to an agent. But as far as the actor's tool nowadays, it really is their website. That's their calling card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once someone does have representation, what do you think are the essential elements that make a good agent-talent relationship?
Respect for each other. That the actor trusts the agent, that they know their job. It drives us crazy when you have an actor who's trying to tell you how to do your job. My thing is, okay, you want to sit in my seat for a day? Just sit in my seat for one day and see what I do, and then tell me how to do my job.
Yeah.
So it is a mutual respect for each other, and being able to talk to each other if there's issues. I always feel that my clients we are a team, and it's not my way or the highway.
Yeah.
We talk to each other about things. And if there's, we talk to each other about the great things and how we want to do promotion and that, and we talk to each other if there's, an issue of you need to work a little bit more on this, or, or you're giving people attitude in the booth, or, whatever. You have to have communication.
Right. Yeah.
And that, I think, will always make for a really good relationship. The other thing is, and again, if you had all your agents here, they would say loyalty, because we work so hard for our actors and the agency, and we want our actors to work just as hard for the agency. If they're our cheerleaders and they're loyal to us, it only benefits them, because they are the cheerleaders for the agency. It brings more to the agency, which brings more to the actor. So there is that team. We're loyal to our actors, and we're a cheerleader for our actors. We want our actors to be cheerleaders for us.
Simple.
It is simple.
Yeah.
It is simple, but I think it's overlooked.
It is overlooked.
I think just those common...
Not by you.
No, not at all.
She comes home every day going like, I love my agents.
I do. I feel
Thank
like
you.
the luckiest person. I mean, I just feel...
Well, the feeling's mutual. I'm sorry to interrupt, but the feeling is mutual.
Thank you. Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah.
That's a good talent-agent relationship.
Yeah, it is.
This is right here, live.
Well, that's it for us, you guys. Thanks so much for watching.
That's right, and be sure and tune in next week for part 2 of the Sandie Schnarr interview. It's going to be awesome.
Be sure to send us your questions and comments, and like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at VO Buzz Weekly. You guys take care out there, and just remember, you always have time for a little buzz.